How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm definitely glad to be back out on the field with my brothers.
We know you were battling through things earlier, and I know the injury that put you on IR was a different one, but maybe just for your entire body, how beneficial was that extended rest, even though it was unfortunate? I know you don't want to miss time.
It was definitely good, for me to get back right, for the playoff time. And, definitely just get our own body time to heal and not rush things back.
And do you feel that even just getting a half of football on Sunday was enough to knock off the rust to where starting this weekend, you are the player that you were when fully healthy and ready to go?
Yes, I definitely feel like that. Definitely, to play the first half and, to test it out to see how, my body feels and to see how I will adjust to things. It was good enough for me.
Thanks a lot, John. Glad you're back, man.
Thank you.
Hey,
how you doing?
Getting a little loud. Hey, John, Mike, Catalana. Going into this year with the season you guys have had, the Colts say there's no pressure on us this year. Is that a real thing in terms of when you take the field? Does it feel different being a 13-3 team and people are pointing to you as a favorite in terms of when they reference who has pressure and who doesn't?
I feel like all of that doesn't matter right now about, the records. Going into the playoff is a whole different thing, and it's going to be a whole different football game. So I just feel like it's pressure on both teams, and you just have to battle it out and play.
And I don't think we've gotten a chance to ask you, it's been a few weeks, but we've talked to you a lot about Josh and his play. There's all the talk about MVP votes. If you had to make a case for your quarterback, what case would you make for him to be the MVP?
I mean, the stats show. I mean, I don't have to say nothing. Everybody knows he should be the MVP.
They don't give you a vote, do they?
No, they don't. They don't.
All right. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Hey, John. John Morrow with the AP here. Welcome back. How you talked about getting the sense of being back on the field. What was it like making that first catch? I think it was just one over the middle, and he went to you pretty quickly. So how big was that for you in getting back into the rhythm?
That was definitely a good one. That was something I needed, to be able to test the water and, to get a good feeling, and get my confidence back up. It just was just something hard to deal with, just to watch the offense and the whole team, play outstanding ball and have to sit back and watch. So it came to me as like when I get in, I have to get on beat with them. They already have a rhythm going, so I have to be able to join.
I missed that last part. What was that? You have to be able to join?
I had to get on to their rhythm. I had to be able to join their rhythm.
Gotcha. No, there was some background noise there. But and what gives you and this team the confidence that you can take the next step and overcome after what happened last year in Houston this time?
This just it's a new year. It's not a lot that I can speak on, with that. It just it's the playoffs, and it's when to go home, and you have to just play hard and eliminate a lot of mistakes.
And lastly, from me, could you see what was it? What's it like watching this offense perform, and from the sideline and putting up all these numbers? And then could you have foreseen this happening before the start of the season? 501 points.
It was just a great sight, to see, those guys playing outstanding. Everyone is getting involved and making plays when opportunities come to them. So it was something great to see.
Thanks, John. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Hi, John. And
hey, how you doing?
Great to see you back. John, we heard from from Josh, especially after the loss at Houston last year, that the loss at Houston last year, that it was going to stay with him until he, the quote was something along the lines of, until he put his pads on again, it was going to linger. Now that's the quarterback talking, but there's an entire team here, and you're part of that team. What was the feeling for you and the guys you talked to, your teammates, and I'm sure Josh part of it, as far as how that loss, the 16-point lead going away and how that set with you through an entire offseason? Just articulate that if you could.
With that situation, it's definitely a hurtful feeling, getting into the playoffs and then, playing outstanding in the first half and then things go downhill. And, that's something that you don't want to feel again. So we know what we have to do. We have to go out and execute. And, we have to play great ball. And, that's just the type of person Josh is. When he's big on, criticizing himself with bad things. When he make a bad play, it sticks with him until he get back on the field. So that's just the mindset that he has as a quarterback.
And for you as a player, looking at your team, I mean, everybody, what would you say the group that's coming back to this game, obviously you got some new guys, but I'm talking about your core. What would you say you learned the most about what happened in Houston last year, about your team, about yourselves?
Oh, just no matter the situation, nobody will ever lay down. We're gonna continue to fight until the clock hits 0.
And can that carry over, do you think, to Saturday?
Oh yes, most definitely will. We're gonna play until the last minute.
Thank you, John.
No problem.
Hey, John, it's Jay with the Buffalo News. You sort of addressed it there a little bit earlier when you were talking to John Waro, but you mentioned just the frustration of being on the sidelines, seeing what this offense was doing this season and not being able to be a part of it. Just how frustrating of a season was it for you, just on a personal level, dealing with, the injuries that you dealt with? And then how important was it for you to be able to come back last week and just get into the flow a little bit and then try to carry that over into the playoffs?
It was real stressful, after healing up from one injury and then coming back to another. And, just, the training staff and the coaches doing a great job and the players, having my back and pushing me through it all. And most definitely, just watching the guys, have fun, that was the most, stressful thing, but in a way I was relieved because, we had guys making plays left and right. So it's like I can rest up and come back fully healthy how I want to instead of, things going bad. And then it's like I'm rushing myself to get back out there to feel like I can help the team.
And then just how confident do you feel moving forward that all that's behind you and you can contribute the way that you have?
Oh, I'm real confident.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, John, George Redney, Channel Community News. Good afternoon to you.
How you doing?
Pretty good. And I'm wondering, do you think the injury as it's turning out now, the team went 13-3 overall. Do you think it might have been a blessing in disguise that you got time to rest your body and heal yourself properly?
Yes, I definitely feel like, it gave me the time to heal properly. And, not even just that, it gave me more time, definitely heal because I supposed to came back to Denver game, but I don't know if I'm not allowed to play in Denver because of my conditions or whatever. So that gave me a little more time to heal up.
Okay. Is that sickle cell?
Yes. Yeah, I have the sickle cell trait.